Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another reading of the Bible. We are finishing chapter 4 of 2 Kings from yesterday. We're going to begin with verse 14 where we left off. And this is Elisha and Gehazi speaking. Elisha says, verse 14, "What then is to be done for her?" And the her was, let's see. The her was a Shunammite. "What is to be done for her?" Gehazi answered, verse 14, "Verily she hath no child, and her husband is old." Elisha said, "Call her." And when he had called her, when Gehazi had called her, the Shunammite, she stood in the door. Verse 16. "About the season, according to the time of life, thou shalt embrace a son." Okay, we read this part. "Thou shalt embrace a son." And the Shunammite woman said, "Nay, my lord, thou man of God, do not lie unto thine handmaid." The woman conceived and bare a son at that season that Elisha had said unto her, according to the time of life. When the child was grown, it fell on a day that he went out to his father to the reapers. He said unto his father, my head, my head. And he said to a lad, Carry him to his mother. When he had taken him, he brought him to his mother. He sat on her knees till noon, and then he died. She went up, this is the Shunammite, she went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, Elisha, and shut the door upon him and went out. She called unto her husband, saying, Send me, I pray thee, one of the young men and one of the donkeys, that I may run to the man of God and come again. The husband said, Wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. The Shunammite said, It shall be well. Then she saddled the donkey and said to her servant, Drive and go forward. Slack not thy riding for me, except I bid thee. Don't slow down, don't stop till I say so. So when she went and came into the man of God, Elisha, to Mount Carmel, so she went and came unto the man of God to Mount Carmel. It came to pass when the man of God, Elisha saw her afar off, that he said to Gehazi his servant, Behold, yonder is that Shunammite. Run now, I pray thee, to meet her, and say unto her, Is it not well with thee? Is it well with thy husband? Is it well with the child? She answered, It is well. When she came to the man of God, Elisha, to the hill, she caught him by the feet, but Gehazi came near to thrust her away. Elisha said, Let her alone, leave her alone, for her soul is vexed within her. And the Lord hath hid it from me, and hath not told me. The Shunammite woman said, Did I desire a son of my Lord? Did I not say, Do not deceive me? Then he said to Gehazi, Gird up thy loins, and take my staff in thine hand, and go thy way. If thou meet any man, salute him not. And if any salute thee, answer him not again, and lay my staff upon the face of the child. The mother of the child said, This is the Shunammite, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. He arose and followed her. Gehazi passed on before them, and laid the staff upon the face of the child, but there was neither voice nor hearing. Wherefore he went again to meet him, and told him, saying, The child is not awaked. When Elisha was come into the house, behold, the child was dead, and laid upon his bed. He went in therefore and shut the door upon them twain, upon the two, and prayed unto the Lord. He went up and lay upon the child, and put his mouth upon his mouth, the child's mouth on his mouth, and his eyes upon his eyes, and his hands upon his hands, and he stretched himself upon the child, and the flesh of the child waxed warm. Then he returned and walked in the house to and fro, and went up and stretched himself upon him, the child, and the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. He called Gehazi and said, Call this Shunammite. So Gehazi called her, and when she was come in unto him, he said, Take up thy son. turn the page here. Then she went in and fell at his feet and bowed herself to the ground, took up her son, and went out. Elisha came again to Gilgal, and there was a dearth in the land, or famine. And the sons of the prophets were sitting before him, and said to his servant, Set on the great pot and seethe the pottage for the sons of the prophets. One went out unto the field to gather herbs, and found a wild vine, and gathered therefore of wild gourds his lap full, and came and shred them into the pot of pottage, for they knew them not. So they poured out for the men to eat. And it came to pass, as they were eating of the pottage, that they cried out, and said, O thou man of God, O thou man of God, there is death in the pot. And they said, and they could not eat thereof. But he said, Then bring meal. And he cast it into the pot, and he said, Pour out for the people, that they may eat. And there was no harm in the pot. There came a man from Baal Shalisha, and brought the man of God bread of the first fruits, 20 loaves of barley, full ears of corn, and the husk thereof. And he said, Give unto the people, that they may eat. His servitor said, What, should I set this before 100 men? He said again, Give the people, that they may eat. For thus saith the Lord, They shall eat, and shall leave thereof. So he set it before them, and they did eat, and left thereof, according to the word of the Lord. So that's the ending of chapter 4, from verses 14 to the end, so 44. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of the chapter. Have a great day.